Hello, good evening, and welcome in again, or as Benny Hill used to say, hello, viewers, as we bring you TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. John and I are back in our usual positions, thanks to Will, though, for stepping in. He did a heck of a job on camera.
Yeah, that was really impressive.
As he's learned pretty quickly there. And we do want to thank JoJo's Gaming Parlor, offering the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer our area teams on to victory. Just about ready to make it official here from Scioto, and I will have to step away in just a moment to do my thing, or depending on how you say it, thing. So excuse me just a moment as I get the microphone out and step aside. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to West Prairie High School for today's varsity matchup between the Patriots of Peoria Heights High School and your West Prairie Cyclones! At this time, please rise, ladies and gentlemen. Remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Peoria Heights Patriots. Number 16, Emily Dana. Number 12, Alyssa Quinn. Number 14, Olivia Taylor. Number 22, Janessa Wallace. Number 5, Jordan Slajeski. Number 21, Nyasia Russell. And the libero, number 3, Jordan Hughes. The Patriots are coached by Michelle Barnes and assisted by A.J. Macomb. And you know what time it is. See the storm clouds on the horizon. Feel the storm winds blow. It's time for the starting lineup for your West Prairie Cyclones! Number 3, Grace Vanotic. Number 6, Kinley Walsh. Number 8, Magdalene Sullivan. Number 9, Taylor Richardson. And number 5, Kelly Wright. The libero tonight, number 1, Lauren Powell. And also tonight, starting number 2, Ava Beck. The Cyclones are coached by Caleb Hall and Drew Snyder Your officials for tonight's game are Ray Sykes and Lori Sykes. Good luck to both teams tonight. Woo, and I don't have enough coach. They put a number and not a name, so we had to back up a little bit. But here we are, the Peoria Heights Patriots and your West Prairie Cyclones. Welcome into TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH and a host of other fine sponsors. And on the floor again, it is Beck, Vanonic, Wright, Welsh, Richardson, and Sullivan. The Peoria Heights Patriots outfitted in the blue tops with the red side panels on those. Patriots, their name. Pardon me as I wet my whistle. If you're playing the home game, consume. And getting ready to serve first will be Ava Beck. Beck, a couple slap dribbles with it, hammers it into the back row, and a little trouble as that one drops down and good. A Brett Powell, Country Financial ace for the Cyclones, puts them up 1-0 here early on. Beck again, line drive into the back row. That one popped up in the back there by Wallace. And we have a net violation on West Prairie. And I think it was Madeline Sullivan getting caught there in the net. Back to serve for the Peoria Heights Patriots, number 16, Emily Dana. Dana ready with it, serves it into the back row off of Powell. Sullivan pops it up over to Welsh, who just tips it, and it dropped over in the hands of Quinn. They bring it on the outside. That one hit out of bounds by Wallace and earns a side out and a 2-1 lead for West Prairie. Jersey Brown in, replacing Beck, as Lauren Powell lets it serve off of Russell. High in the air to the middle, set from Dana out to Russell. She'll cross court that one, but out of bounds, and it is quickly 3-1. A hat brand built on two staples, comfort and style, specializing in snapback trucker style caps. Check out their selection or consider customs to build your business at barclaybillsco.com. Don't let the hat rack fool you. There's always room for one more Barclay Bill. barclaybillsco.com. Wishing good luck to all athletes this season. Serve off of Brown. Wright going to help it out. Brown going to bump it over and nearly dropped in, and now does. Lillian Nelson couldn't get it. And John, Peoria Heights having a little bit of trouble, kind of like they did in the JV game. Just a little trouble getting things going. Yeah, they definitely are. A lot of miscommunications, unforced errors. Definitely going to want to tighten that up because the Cyclones are looking to capitalize on that early and come out to a big lead. And again, we see another mishit ball there. A little bit too strong, lands out of bounds, and West Prairie now up to a 4-2 lead. A 4-2 lead for the Cyclones here. Madeline Sullivan with it, ready to let it fly. Fires it across, and that one popped up there by Nelson, helped out, and bumped through by Taylor, hits it out of bounds. And that's really what it's been, more of hitting it out of bounds, hitting it here. And I'm not sure what the officials are discussing. And the officials
I think they're going to quiet down the crank zone a little bit.
Yeah, I guess quieting down the crank zone.
Something about they can't scream over there or something.
Screaming when the players are hitting the ball.
Adam Kern's on his way over to deliver the message. I'm sure that's going to go over
no offense,
really well.
I've seen this set of officials get obsessed on things of that sort, and that's probably all I'll say about it. In the large scheme of things, But they are the officials after all. Sullivan with the serve, and that one goes out of bounds. 5-3 advantage here. And now Russell will come back in. Jordan Hughes will serve it for the Peoria Heights Patriots. As they wind up, serve coming through, picked up there by Powell. Brown going to help it out and bumped through by Venonic. Hughes up underneath it. Going to back set it. It is Russell. That one to the back wall and out of bounds. Puts them up 6-3. Ava back in. Jersey Brown out for West Prairie. Kinley Welsh will let it fly for the Cyclones. Serve backer off of Hughes. High in the air. Set up on the outside, and that one going to roll over the net. Down and good. Brought across by Lillian Nelson. A Tom Conklin State Farm kill. Janie Phelps will check in for West Prairie, replacing Kinley Welsh. As Russell eyes it up, sends it across into the net, and right back it comes to West Prairie. And you know what I'm giggling about, John.
Oh, yes.
A sarcastic cheer in the crank zone. Callie Wright will serve it off of Hughes, popped high in the air. Now to the outside, brought across by Nelson. Up to Sullivan to Richardson, stuffed by Russell. Phelps helps it out, and then tipped over by Beck. Back row, not able to handle it, drops in and good. Smart thinking by Ava Beck as she dropped it in. M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store, is a mainstay in the community. Offers free delivery within 40 miles for everything you need to furnish your home. Stop and see the fine folks at M&B Furniture at 41 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mnbfurnitureinc.com. And another call, I don't know that I've seen it all this season. I believe they were saying that the Cyclones are obscuring Peoria Heights' view. Richardson, nice kill there. The Tom Conklin State Farm kill for the Cyclones. And coming in will be Jordan Slajiski for Peoria Heights. 9-5, 4-point advantage here for the Cyclones as Grace Venonic ready to serve. And the official calling Venonic over. And I guess they're saying that the Cyclones have to all face the net directly. Serve off of Hughes, down and good. And I'm going to be honest with you, folks, I have never heard of that. I have broadcast volleyball for damn near 20 years. First time I'm hearing that.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. They can do what they want, but in my opinion, that's kind of ridiculous. Doesn't matter. Is that serve for Grace Venonic?
Brett Powell, Country Financial ace.
We'll see what other calls they can pull out of their bag here tonight as this game continues.
Grace Venonic serving that one through Russell. Up to the net, set over for Niasia Russell. Tip back over, played by Janessa Wallace up front. And that one, Richardson gets her hand on, popped up again. Tipped over, and Lauren Powell's got it. Venonic set to the outside. It is back, little too long in the back row. 11-6, the lead down to 5 here. And coming back in is Olivia Taylor. Niasia Russell back to serve. Screaming line drive. Phelps brings it to the middle. Sullivan up, and it is Beck that takes it. Dug it back row by Slajeski up to Wallace, who drops it over the blocks of Sullivan and down and makes it 11-7. Niasia Russell serves it off of Phelps in the back row. Sullivan helps it out up to Beck, and she'll drop it in and good. A Tom Conklin State Farm kill makes it 12-7. Janie Phelps will go out, and Kinley Welsh will go in. Ava Beck will serve it now. Having slow, reliable internet doesn't cut it in today's world. MTC Communications offers lightning fast, reliable fiber internet, video camera, and phone systems in the McDonough, Henderson, and Hendrick County areas, and they're expanding quickly. Richardson plays it, and now up to Welsh, puts it in and good.
Great job by Kinley West there to kind of reset her approach. Grace Vanonic kind of, I'm not going to say misset it, but kind of mistimed it. But Kinley West was able to time it up after that, get the kill.
And makes it 13-7. Peoria Heights plays it. Hughes, the back row attack, right into the net it goes. And it makes it 14-7, a touchdown lead. We've got a timeout called where? On the floor. As the Cyclones lead at 14-7 in game one, right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to live with the dizziness day to day, especially concussions as well, that we can treat those things here. Same with pain. You don't have to live with the pain that you're experiencing.
Well, I got to say it, Crank Zone 1, the officials nothing. They even got him to laugh. See, you're okay if you make the official laugh, but they sang Silent Night in between games here. That's what makes high school sports.
That's awesome.
High school sports. Serve across from Ava Beck off of Wallace. Now they'll set it up. Jordan Hughes, the back row attack, lobbed over, and Powell's underneath it. Vanonic back set to Welsh, and she puts it in and good. Kinley Welsh puts it a quieting on that. And now subbing in is Emily Taylor. She replaces Olivia Taylor. Ava Beck pounds it deep back row. Wallace pops it high. They're going to set it outside. Coming on the attack is Quinn, dug by Sullivan at the floor, popped up by Vanonic, and Richardson taps it over. Wallace ready to the outside. That one down on the block, and Richardson and Sullivan keep it alive. They're going to whistle a lift. So 15-8, side out here. Jersey Brown in, Ava Beck out. As Emily Dana will serve here for the Heights Patriots. Serve off of Powell. Helped out by Brown. Vanonic will lob it through, and that one's good. And you could see the look on Jordan Hughes' face that she knew, John. She knew it was dropping in.
Yeah, great hit there from Vanonic, able to find that back corner. West Prairie now 16-8 lead, looking to close this one out in relatively quick fashion.
Served by Powell, served across off Wallace, high in the air. Back to her, hammered off of Brown, up to the net. Right, able to tip it. Wallace saves it and brought there by Alyssa Quinn. Helped out by Slajewski, couldn't do much with it. And it drops in for a 17-7 lead. Coming back in is Lillian Nelson. Replaces Slajewski. Lauren Powell fires it through. They actually hit the official stand. And the out stick, of course, is always the out stick. 18-8 lead for Lauren Powell and these West Prairie Cyclones. As Powell serves that one, Wallace is there, needs help. Popped up, back to Wallace, off the top of the net. Sullivan one hand save, Brown gets it from out of bounds. Powell lobs it over and nearly dropped it in. Up for Wallace, and Powell brings it up. Brown and Vanonic couldn't decide who was going to get it. Drops in between them for an 18-9 side out for Peoria Heights. And kind of had a collision there. You always hate to see that, John, as Hughes and I believe it was Nelson came together.
Yeah, kind of tripped over each other there. Didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but again, you hate to see that.
And now set up for Wallace again. Out of bounds it goes, and the Cyclones will get it back. Your farm is your legacy is the leading farm insurer. Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local Country Financial rep, 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. Sullivan steamroll and serve off of Hughes. Brought up front for the setter Dana. Hit through and the Cyclones play it. Sullivan to right, flips it down and good. Another Tom Conklin State Farm kill makes it a 22-9 lead for the Cyclones. As Sullivan off of Hughes, high in the air. And that one spiked over. Sullivan's got it right. Sets it outside. Grace Venonic back row just a little bit too long and out. 20-10 side out. Naisha Russell coming in. And Jordan Hughes will serve for the Peoria Heights Patriots. Serve off Hughes to Sullivan. Up front to Venonic. Set up for Welsh and just couldn't get there in time. Set a little bit too close to the net. 20-11, a 9-point lead. First time it's been under double digits in a little bit. Serve off Powell. Up it comes from Venonic, who flips it through off of Hughes and good. 21-11. Jess Fackrell will come in, replacing Jersey Brown. And Kinley Welsh will get a chance to finish it off. Her serve, Hughes has got it. Nelson to Wallace, that one down and good, and Peoria Heights will get it back. Good Hope Gardens located at 445 East Main Street, Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School. Open April through October, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. For all of your fresh produce needs, be sure to follow the Facebook page for daily updates as that one goes out. Currently, they have pumpkins and other fall goodies available. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Taylor Richardson in. Janie Phelps in there as well for West Prairie, as Callie Wright will get a chance to finish it off. Serve off Wallace. Nelson to Naisha Russell over the blocks and out of bounds. 23-12. Callie Wright eyes it up, sends it back row. Hughes to Mr. Kearns, who did not make a play on it.
Bad effort on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get after him about that. I thought he could have made the play there. And now Wright will slap dribble it a little bit. Wind and send up to the net. Hit back by Venonic and out of bounds.
Oof.
Somehow I smelled that coming.
Yeah. It was definitely a close play. Hard to tell from up here. I thought it was in, as I think most of the West Prairie fans did.
Phelps brings it up on the serve, tipped over by Venonic, and down it goes, 25-13. West Prairie takes home game one. We'll set up for game number two. You are watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
And we are back here for game number two. Do want to thank folks like the Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. You can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All of this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're age 65 and older. Copies also can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. Macomb's original local sports bar is the Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974, Ride Farm Supply can meet all of your needs for LP, seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in this area. Customer service is one of their specialties. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121. Some of our fine sponsors on our broadcasts here. And John, what do you think is going to happen in game number 2?
If game number 2 is anything like game number 1, I expect a big West Prairie win. They just looked completely dominant in that first set. Just really, I mean, I hate to say it, but Peoria Heights just kind of outmatched in that first one. We'll see if they can get something going, though. We saw the JV team kind of stuck around a lot for the first 2 sets in their matchup. Showed a lot of grit and determination. We'll see if this varsity team can get some of that going here and make this one a more competitive set.
We'll see if they do indeed do just that. And let's give you the lineup for Peoria Heights. It is Janessa Wallace, joined out there by Lillian Nelson, Alyssa Quinn, Niasia Russell, also Emily Dana, and one more, that would be Emily Taylor. And Jordan Hughes, the libero, will come on here in just a second. And I think they were trying to decide, get the libero in. Russell was going out. As getting ready to serve it is Emily Dana. Her serve deep into the back row, high deep and generally unplayable. Kinley Welsh in, Janie Phelps out, as Janie Phelps, Grace Vanonic, Lauren Powell, Ava Beck, also Madeline Sullivan, and Taylor Richardson for West Prairie. Serve by Beck into the back row. That one popped high. Helped out up to net, bumped over by Alyssa Quinn, set up for Vanonic. She'll set for Taylor Richardson. Dug up in the back row. Wallace outside, lobbed over by Quinn. Vanonic up to Welsh. And brought through in the back row. Back set, Wallace loads it up, blocked, and Welsh cannot get it out of the net. Have flailed about 3 times at it. And now Jersey Brown in, Ava Beck out. Serving is Alyssa Quinn. Quinn brings it deep back row. Powell is there up to Sullivan. Back set for Richardson. Punches it across. Quinn takes it back row. Out on the outside, hitting it into the net was Nelson, making it 2-1 West Prairie side out. Maddie Hood will come in as Taylor Richardson goes out. And Lauren Powell will serve off of Quinn in the back row. Set up by Dana for Russell, or for Wallace rather, off of Jersey Brown and down. And so we'll even things at 2 apiece. Jordan Hughes coming back to serve. She comes to it, winds, sends, low line drive. Brown with it, up with it, Sullivan helps, and now Vanonic will pound it through. And set up on the outside, that one, they say it did get touched. And now Jordan Hughes will hammer it across for Peoria Heights. Up it comes to Vanonic for Hood. Little too long and out of bounds. And Peoria Heights has taken their first lead of either of the 2 games. In fact, I think they have either of the JV games.
Yeah, Peoria Heights coming out here early, out to an early lead, as you mentioned. We'll see if they can continue building on that. That serve handled by Powell, set on the outside for Sullivan. Welsh hammers it home off the blockers and misplayed by Peoria Heights in the front row.
Nelson, again, trying the PE shots. We had lively PE games at Plymouth High School. Madeline Sullivan ready to let it fly with a 3-3 tie. He brings that one off of Hughes, down to the floor. That would be a Brett Powell Country Financial ace. Sullivan again, ready to serve with a 4-3 lead. I sends off of Hughes, high in the air. Set outside for Wallace. Back row, out of bounds. Had a wide open back row, John, but just hit it a little too long, maybe a little too excited.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the back row completely empty there. We'll see if Peoria Heights can maybe start to take advantage of that, maybe get a couple hits in.
And Quinn takes it. Set up there by Dana, and Hughes will bring it across. Off of Powell, up for a Hood at the net. Kind of mishit it. Hughes saved Wallace. Niaja Russell. Tipped. Sullivan gets it at the floor. Saved by Brown. Flipped over by Sullivan. Now they'll bring it up to Russell. Russell back in again and found a home. Dropped it home in good. And did want to mention scores from Monday Night Football. Seattle leading the Broncos 7-0 in the first. Served by Wallace. Jersey Brown pulled back at the last minute. Kind of one of those whoop. And now it'll be Kinley Welsh at the serve here as the Cyclones again trying to take this home in two. Her serve off of Quinn, and Hughes and Nelson couldn't decide who was going to get it. Technically a Brett Powell Country Financial ace. Welsh again, serve backer off of Hughes, high in the air. They're going to bring it to the outside. Nelson high, lollipopper. And Welsh, Lauren Powell was set up, but Welsh kind of grabbed in front. And so it'll make it 7-5, side out. Janie Phelps replacing Kinley Welsh. As they will serve here. And that one well on its way out of bounds. It is 8-5. And Slajesk and serve coming. Wallace pops it high up for Russell. She'll tip it off the blocks and down. That makes it 8-6. And now Hughes goes out. And it's coming in up front is Taylor. Niaja Russell ready to serve it. Pounds a line drive off Phelps up to the net to Vanonik, who tips and got him. And maybe 2 to 3 times a match, John, she drops that in on him.
Yeah, and usually when she does that, it comes at a big time in the game. Nice momentum swing here from West Prairie to take a 3-point lead.
Vanonik back row, popped up back row by Nelson. Dana helps it out. Hughes will bring it over. And I hate to say it this way, I don't mean anything totally disrespectful on it, but when your major attacker is your libero, that's kind of a problem. Grace Vanonik to it again, 10-6 lead for the Cyclones. Russell high in the air. Dana got to bring it to the outside to Quinn. She'll hit that one out of bounds and make it 11-6. Hughes coming right back in. As Vanonik loads it up. Fires off of Russell. That one caught her right up about the chin. That's one of those, hello. 12-6. Vanonik eyes it again. Powers to it. Line drive off Russell high in the air. Dana back set. It is Wallace. Did not get across the recommended daily allowance. 3 hits. And a timeout called by Peoria Heights. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Back here, the side out, bringing it back over to Peoria Heights. And always go one ad too long. So that one, 2 in a row as Emily Taylor knocking that one down and making it 13-8. 13-8 lead now for Peoria Heights.
Playing much better in this set, I might add. Keeping the game close.
Serve back row off Phelps. Sullivan sets it up. Richardson powers it down. Knocks that one in and good. Makes it 14-8. Kinley Welsh in. Janie Phelps out. And Eva Beck goes back to serve it. Beck eyes it up, sends it. Screaming line drive right between Wallace and Russell, and that is an ace. A Brett Powell Country Financial ace. Ups it to 15-8. And Ava Beck will let it loose. Reddy's with it, couple of dribbles, looking to get into it. Serve on the way, and a line drive off Wallace. Over to Mr. Kearns again. In the crank zone, of course. 16-8. Ava Beck. Couple slap dribbles at it. Powers it through again. Wallace brings it up to the middle. Dana back in the middle. And that one past to diving Ava Beck and good. Now, don't forget, we will have 3 for you this week. We'll have Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And we had a little confusion as Lillian Nelson was coming on for Hughes, and they both kind of, because you can't go above the spiking line. You got to come in underneath it. Richardson set up. Nice shot by Taylor Richardson. And I'm telling you what, folks, she has really blossomed this year. I've known Taylor a long time. Proud of how she has really blossomed. Playing really well this season. Served by Lauren Powell. That one coming across court. And out of bounds. Powell with a nice try. Was trying to drop it up front. 17-10 now lead here for West Prairie. Serving is Hughes, Jordan Hughes. Eyes it, sends it for, and out of bounds. That would technically be short wide and unplayable. And John and Cyclones, one thing I like to see, haven't seen quite as much, a little more joy in the game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Playing with a lot of fire, a lot of emotion. That's what you like to see for this, I'm going to call it a younger team, a lot of young players on this team. Vernonik gets the kill on that one.
And so the Cyclones trying to end it here in rather quick fashion. There she comes to it, sends it across off of Quinn. Back set for Wallace, who tips it over, taken there by Brown. Back set out, it comes for Welsh. And sent right back across. I think it was Quinn, and then Vernonik trying to hit it through. Did not hit it into the net, so it makes it 19-11. Side out, Lillian Nelson will go back to serve it here for. And they're doing a lineup check for the Patriots. Trying to figure out who was serving. And you see a lot of these. In fact, Jordan Hughes, the libero. Olivia Taylor and Caitlin Meyer are the only only seniors for this group. And that one, Sullivan loaded up for the Cyclones. Sends that way long and out of bounds. It's 19-12. Wallace served to Sullivan. Pops it high. Helped out by Sullivan and Vernonik, or by Powell and Vernonik. Now set Jordan Hughes for the Patriots. Sullivan. And nobody took it. Wallace serves into the back row off of Powell. High up in the air by Vernonik. Set up for Welsh. Tips it over. Wallace is there, flipped through, and Brown able to pick it up for the Cyclones. Over to Vernonik, who brings it off of Hughes on the run. Dana tried to get it, bumped by Hughes, but couldn't get it. And the Cyclones earn a side out. Jessica Fackrell will come in, replacing Jersey Brown. As Kinley Welsh. And again, a touchdown lead for the Cyclones. Hughes pops that high. Dana helps it out, and then Nelson hits that one into the net. Subbing in another underclassman as Madison Ramsey. She's a sophomore, will replace freshman Lillian Nelson. Welsh eyes it up, ready to send it on the way. Load sends off of Hughes. Hits sideways. Now sent over for Wallace. Good shot there. Powell brings it up. Hood dives to save it. Sullivan brings it over. Set for Niaja Russell in the middle, and Venonic tried to keep it alive. She and Sullivan couldn't get the one-hand save to go. So makes it 21-14. As Phelps in and Welsh out. And now serving is Madison Ramsey for Peoria Heights. Short serve, Fackrell with it. Phelps brings it up and up to the front. Russell able to poke it. Nope. They're going to say that Russell was over the net when she went to get it. And usually that happens when somebody is trying to make a play on it underneath. Maddie Hood now to serve. And that one too long and out of bounds. Lauren Powell back in there. Niaja Russell will serve it as coming back in for Peoria Heights, Emily Taylor. Russell. Line drive off Sullivan. Venonic out to Richardson, who hammered it but just sent it a little too long and out. And you can see they're trying to develop a little bit with Taylor Richardson here doing a little experimenting, John.
Yeah, Cyclones definitely got a little bit of a different look on their side. As you mentioned, Richardson on the outside hitter. Not where she usually is, but she's definitely been impressive in this game. No reason to not let her get the opportunity to kind of show what she's made of.
Sullivan will lob it over and send it out of bounds. So the Cyclones here, it's 22-17. One of those where they got to buckle in a little bit, and I think Caleb trying just a few different things. Powell up to Venonic, set for Richardson, hammers it. Ramsey digs it up for Peoria Heights. Wallace, the back row attack, and that one off of Phelps and Powell and down.
And here you go, just when they thought the game was over, Peoria Heights now within 4 points as West Prairie is forced to call a timeout, kind of slow the momentum that they got going on.
And we'll take this timeout. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. You get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Niaja Russell back again, ready to serve it for for Peoria Heights rather. Serve over the head of Sullivan and in. And makes it 22-19.
Here you go, got to bear down if you're West Prairie. Finish this game off strong as Peoria Heights has climbed their way all the way back.
Venonic able to get that one to go off the blocks on the setup from Janie Phelps and makes it 23-19. Venonic will try to get the final two. And Phelps bopped Lauren Powell right on the back of the head. Yep, that's my girl. Venonic, that one served into the net, and boy, everything that, they say the wheels on the bus go round and round, and they fell off.
Yeah, it's a good thing West Prairie had a bit of a cushion to work with, but that's definitely slimming down here as they've been kind of out of sorts here in the second half of this set.
Emily Dana will serve it. Line drive off of Venonic. Fackrell saves, and Powell tries to bump it over and bumps it right into the net. So it's 23-21. Dana comes to it again. High short shot drops right in front of Lauren Powell and good. It's 23-22. Cyclones at one time had about an 8 or 10 point lead, and it is totally going away here. Peoria Heights trying for the tie. That one off of Powell. Sullivan up with it. Back row attack by Grace Venonic. Down it goes and good. And net violation anyway, so game and or match point. As Ava Beck will come in, Jess Facker will go out, Kinley Welsh will come in, and Janie Phelps out. Beck getting a chance to finish it off here. Beck, a couple slap dribbles, walks to it, fires it through. Russell or Wallace going to pop it high. They'll load her up top, pushes it through, dug by Powell. Venonic back set for Welsh. That is a game winner. Put it home and in. And the Cyclones take this one home and two. A little harder than it had to be, John.
Yeah, absolutely. The Cyclones, as I mentioned, everything that could go wrong there towards the end of that set definitely did. Peoria Heights climbed their way all the way back to within one, but Cyclones finish it out emphatically with a Kinley Welsh kill.
And that a great way to end it. And we do want to thank the folks from JoJo's Gaming Parlor, offering the best gaming experience in McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. Well, John, some last thoughts from you for tonight.
As you mentioned, that second set definitely felt like it was a lot harder for the Cyclones than the first set. Peoria Heights came out firing throughout most of the game. I mean, West Prairie was out to basically, I think it was 11, as high as 11 at 1 point lead, but Peoria Heights climbed their way all the way back in, showed a lot of heart in that one. Got it within one towards the end of that game, but West Prairie just kind of got the job done, was able to get everything back on track after, some not so good play in the middle of that set, but again, they were able to walk out of here the victor, and I think all in all, Peoria Heights was just a little bit outmatched by this West Prairie team. They've looked really good tonight in the first set. As I mentioned, second set kind of maybe we won't talk about it so much, but definitely a lot of heart from that Peoria Heights team, and again, West Prairie played a great game.
Yes, they certainly did, and got to thank all our viewers for tuning in. We'll be back Wednesday and Thursday for you coming on the week. So we'll step aside, thank our very fine sponsors for tuning in. Thanks for turning us on.